What's up guys, AB here. I've had a lot of requests lately on my Instagram messages, what lenses I use, what camera I use, what I take on the road with me, and just what my overall setup is. So I wanted to start by saying that this is not a sponsored ad, but I am using the Osmo Pocket to film this vlog. We really love this thing. My wife walks around Disney World and vlogs on it, and it's just so little and such an amazing piece of technology. Check it out if you want to. So this video, Osmo Pocket, insane. So this is technically what's in my camera bag, and we're gonna start with my camera, of course, which is the Sony a7 III. This is a wonderful hybrid camera for what I do as a live photographer and just all around photography. It's really good in low light, has a great stabilization to it, and it's just an overall beast with video and photo, and this is the camera that I use. So my most favorite lens is going to be my Sigma Art 24mm 1.4. This lens ran me about $900 on Amazon. I got it in a bundle package, and this is by far my favorite piece of glass that I own. I take all my portraits with it, and I do a lot of just my neutral, like just my everyday shooting on this lens, this 24mm 1.4 Sigma Art lens. I absolutely love this lens. Let me get the Sigma out there. Not sponsored by anything in this video. Just gonna repeat that. I do all my photo work on Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop, and I do all my video work on Adobe Premiere and After Effects, and I'm still learning them. I'm not a master at these programs by any means. I watch my favorite YouTubers talk about it, and I learn step by step, and I watch these videos multiple times, and that's how I retain the knowledge and learn how to do these tricks and these things in my videos. But that's a whole nother separate video, so we're gonna keep moving. My next favorite lens is going to be the only zoom lens that I have. It is a Tamron, a 28-75 zoom lens, a 2.8. This is an everyday great zoom lens. This is the one that I use. This is the one that I like the most for me right now. I would rather have the G Master, but I can't quite afford it yet. Moving on, I have the Sony native E-mount. This is a 85mm 1.8. I got this telephoto for $400 from a friend on Facebook, and it's in great condition. So it's a Sony E-mount 1.8 telephoto 85mm, and when you punch in, if you have a camera like mine, if you punch in to crop mode, the crop sensor like on my Sony a7 III, this goes from 85 to probably like 90 something or 92. I'm not sure exactly, but this is a great telephoto lens. I get a lot of clean portraits with this lens. So last on my lens in my camera bag, which is my SKB case, is my wide angle 1.4 16mm for a crop sensor. So if I'm cropped in on Sony a7 III, this is at 16mm, and it is a 1.4 Sigma. Forgot to mention this is a Sigma lens. I don't know what level Sigma lens it is. It's not a Sigma Art, but it is a great lens. It's a great wide angle lens. If I punch out, I have some vignetting that I'll take out in post editing, but it is just, and it'll be super wide. It'll be like 10mm. It's just, it's insane how good this little lens has, how much it has done for me. So that's all the lenses that I use. So next up is going to be, which I highly suggest you get your FAA license and you get your registration and all the things you need to have a drone. DJI Mavic Air, and I absolutely love this drone. This is a mini drone. I've gotten to play with it a few times, and it's just such a great drone, and it fits in your bag or your Pelican case, and it's just like, look at that, amazing, so small. Moving on, I have a Rode Mic Plus. This is a Rode Mic Plus for all of your microphone needs. Next up is my flash. I try to stay away from flash as much as I can because flash is good for certain things, but I spent money on low light lenses. I enjoy not using flash as much, but I will use it when I need it. As a professional photographer, you need to be able to do whatever you need to do on the job. So if the job calls for needing a flash, I do have a flash. This is just a Sony flash that I got from my local photography shop for about 200 bucks, and it's a really good flash, and we can talk about that later. I have a little mini pouch in here, which literally it just has my extra batteries. I have 2 extra batteries in here for my Sony a7 III. I also has a little slot inside of this little bag for memory cards. So I keep my batteries and my memory cards in this little Ziploc pouch. So last but not least, certainly not least, is going to be my Ronin gimbal. I love this Ronin S gimbal. It's in pieces right now. Let me put it together real fast. This is my Ronin S gimbal. I absolutely love this thing. I use it all the time. Super great for cinematic shots. So I highly suggest having a gimbal. I've had a Zion Crane 3 and I absolutely suggest this gimbal over that gimbal. Not hating, I just like this one personally a lot better. This is my case. I travel with it. I take it on airplane. It's this big, put it in overhead compartment, and I fit all of these things in here. It's crazy. All of everything that I use, I fit in this case. I will leave a list below of all the gear that I use. Check that out. Like, subscribe, comment below if that's what you're into. I appreciate you guys watching the video. And for all the people that have messaged me and asked me what lenses I use and what I'm using right now, that is what I'm using right now. And I will at some point upgrade or change. Everyone's always changing what they love. So that's it, guys. Thank you again. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.